Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all, and I was just wanting to chat with y'all because when it comes down to rap groups and when it comes down to record labels, when it comes down to an artist leaving a label wanting to do their own thing, going solo, and sometimes, the manager may not be doing stuff right because, the situation with NWA. No disrespect to Jerry Heller. Jerry Heller, he passed away. God rest his soul, RIP. But Jerry Heller, he was actually the main reason why NWA had split up. He's the main reason why NWA didn't work out as a rap group. Ice Cube was the first one to leave NWA and go solo because the other members of NWA wasn't getting their fair share, and he was the first one to catch it. He was the first one that has saw it before Dr. Dre did. And you see, after Ice Cube left, Dr. Dre had left, and there was no more NWA. But I was just wanting to chat with y'all. Sometimes when it comes down to groups not working out, record labels not working out, the artist and the manager may not be on the same term. Sometimes artists, they just get caught up in their ego. Because the situation with Slaughterhouse not working out as a rap group, it seems like some of the members got a little caught up in their ego. Joe Budden, Royce da 5'9". It seems like Joe Budden was the main one to get caught up in his ego, and it seems like Royce da 5'9" got a little caught up in his ego too. But you see, Joel Ortiz and King Cricket, it seems like they were the ones that were doing everything that they could do to try to make sure that Slaughterhouse, they tried to do what they could do to save Slaughterhouse so Slaughterhouse could still work out as a rap group. But King Crooked, when he made that post saying that he's not a member of Slaughterhouse because of the fact that they're not like doing music anymore, King Crooked was the like Joe Budden had retired, and then later on King Crooked had made the decision to not be a part of Slaughterhouse. So yeah, and just like the situation with Funk Volume no longer exists no more. But Hobson and Damian Ritter, they had did like an interview on this podcast where Damian Ritter, he interviewed Hobson, and what I mean? Like Hobson had a situation, he had an issue with Damian Ritter telling him over and over again that he doesn't work hard. And again, sometimes artists, they just get caught up in their ego because, like with Hobson doing that interview with Damian Ritter to squash their beef, to squash their issues, it seems like during that time, it seems like Hobson probably got a little caught up in his ego a little bit. But yeah, like, I mean, Funk Volume wasn't gonna work out without Hobson. Just like Hobson said, Funk Volume, it was his label. I mean, when it comes down to the fans, didn't nobody really like care too much for Jaron Benton and Dizzy Wright and DJ Hop and Swizz. Like, when it comes down to Funk Volume, like Hobson is like the main character of Funk Volume. Now, me personally, how do I feel about Jaron Benton, Dizzy Wright? Jaron Benton is fire. Dizzy Wright is dope. Now, Swizz, I never really got into any of Swizz stuff, but yeah, Hobson was like the main character of Funk Volume. He was the main character, and just like Hobson has his own label, Undercover Prodigy, but Funk Volume had a lot of success as an indie label. They even did a documentary about Funk Volume, and you see Funk Volume, they also had got into a beef with King Cricket's rap group Horseshoe Gang, but it kind of somewhat seems that maybe Hobson had got a little caught up in his ego because with him doing a diss track aimed at Damian Ritter, Ill Mind of Hobson 8, and then later on, like, they do like an interview, they do like a podcast to squash the beef. sometimes artists just get a little caught up in their ego. Managers can get caught up in their egos too. You know, Damian Ritter probably got a little caught up in his ego, like managers, CEOs. But yeah, like Funk Volume, they definitely had a legacy. They definitely was like one of the biggest indie labels in the underground. I mean, they had so much success that they were probably almost at the point where they probably could have been just as big of an indie label as Tech Nine's label, Strange Music. But you know, sometimes artists, again, they just get caught up in their egos, and you see, when you get caught up in your ego as an artist, it can mess you up. It can mess up your career. It can mess up your business. You know, sometimes, you know, your ego, it can really, you know, like, you know, even mess up your talent, because an artist can be very talented, but sometimes because of all that ego they have, they slack off. You know, I mean, when it comes down to being a hard worker, working hard, they just start to slack off because they're so caught up in their ego. But yeah, I just wanted to share this video with y'all, chat with y'all, just wanted to do this other video for y'all because this is one of the main reasons why music groups don't work out a lot of times. It's one of the main reasons why music groups don't last forever. But I mean, Wu-Tang Clan is still doing their thing. Wu-Tang Clan, they still be putting out new music as a rap group. You know what I mean? Wu-Tang Clan still be doing their thing, but D12. And that's another thing, along with artists getting caught up in their egos, when it comes down to a rap group losing someone like that was like pretty much the one person that brung everybody together in the group, when that one person dies, passes away, they no longer are a group anymore, because with D12, with Big Proof passing away, like with Proof dying, yeah, like D12, they just wasn't the same. Like D12, they was no longer a group after Proof had passed away. And just like Eminem mentioning the song Stepping Stone on his album Kamikaze, D12 is over. And it's like when he was going through his situation with his drug problem, I mean, he mentioned it in the song Stepping Stone. But yeah, D12 as a rap group, they left a legacy too, with both of the albums that they released, Devil's Night and World. Yeah, D12 definitely has a lot of legacy. And you know, it'll be nice to see D12 get involved in one of these verses. Maybe it'll be cool to see D12 go up against Wu-Tang Clan in a verses. Who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to share this video with y'all, chat with y'all. Just wanted to let y'all know something, because again, your ego, artists getting caught up into their ego is pretty much one of the main reasons why a record label may go downhill, and it's also one of the reasons why groups don't really work out. But yeah, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. Love y'all.